Have you ever slept 8 hours and still woke up tired? Not sleepy tired. The kind of tired that makes you feel like your battery is leaking. If that's you, you're not broken. And you're definitely not lazy. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what's actually draining your energy. And a simple framework to get it back. Quick test. Answer these in your head. In the last 24 hours, how many coffees did you drink? Last 7 days, how many times did you walk more than 30 minutes? And honestly, how many hours did you sleep on average? Because if you feel tired all the time, the reason is usually not laziness. In this video, we'll connect your answers to what we know about fatigue, and I'll give you a simple framework to start getting your energy back. There's snow outside, and inside, there's this tiredness sitting in me. Not the kind of tiredness that makes sense. The day starts, and it already feels finished. I try to move, but I'm tired. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm out of energy. And then I realize something. I'm not alone. Everyone is tired. Everyone is exhausted. Everyone is searching for a little peace. We wake up feeling slightly more drained each morning. In the afternoon, we zone out without even noticing. And by evening, we have nothing left for a social life. So, why? Why are we so tired? I went digging into research and real-life explanations, and I noticed something frustrating. A lot of what works isn't new. We often know it. We just don't apply it consistently. But first, let's do a more structured check. 5 simple questions. Keep your answers in mind. How many times did you walk for more than 30 minutes last week? How many hours did you sleep on average last week? When do you do your most important work during the day? Do you feel more energetic in the morning or in the evening? How many cups of coffee did you drink in the last 24 hours? These 5 questions lead to a surprisingly practical solution. 1. Fatigue isn't one single thing. First, fatigue and insomnia aren't the same. Insomnia is you can't sleep. Fatigue is you feel drained, even if you did sleep. And fatigue has different flavors. Seasonal fatigue can show up when daylight drops and everything feels heavier. Physical fatigue is what you feel. After a long walk or a workout, your body earned it. Those are common and usually temporary. But the fatigue that's become increasingly common lately has a mental and emotional layer. When we get mentally tired, the brain starts malfunctioning. In quiet ways, brain fog, low focus, irritability, slower thinking, less patience, even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. And honestly, modern life loads the mind with more than it was built to carry. 2. The modern world never lets the brain stop. Let's compare. A long time ago, many people worked harder physically, but mentally, life was simpler. There weren't constant notifications. There weren't endless options. There wasn't a non-stop stream of information from around the world. Today, we do less physical effort, but our minds never stop. We wake up to alarms. We grab our phones. We react to messages. We scroll. We compare. We make hundreds of micro-decisions before lunchtime, and the brain gets tired of it. Not sleepy tired. More like overloaded. That's why so many people say, "I'm tired," even when they didn't do anything physically intense. 3. A story that makes this real, Robin. Let me tell you about Robin. Robin lived a normal life. Then fatigue started creeping in. At first, Robin thought, I just need rest. But it wasn't normal tiredness. It was deeper, and it didn't go away. So Robin went to the doctor. Tests looked fine, and when there's no clear explanation, something dangerous can happen. People start blaming themselves. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I'm weak. Maybe it's all in my head. That self-blame becomes its own kind of exhaustion. Now, I'm not a doctor. If you're dealing with persistent, unexplained fatigue, you should absolutely talk to a healthcare professional. But Robin's story still matters. Because even if most of us don't live at the extreme end of this, many of us recognize a milder version. Some days, it's like you never fully wake up. Showering feels weirdly difficult. Your brain is present, but not available. This is where one simple concept helps a lot. 4. Spoon theory. Energy is a budget. Imagine you wake up each day with a certain number of spoons. Each spoon is 1 unit of energy. A shower costs a spoon. Breakfast costs a spoon. Commuting costs a spoon. Work meetings cost spoons. Notifications cost spoons. Even socializing costs spoons. If you start the day with plenty of spoons, you can do a lot and still feel okay. But if you're underslept, stressed, overstimulated, or burned out, you start with fewer spoons. And that changes everything. So here's a powerful question. If you only had 12 spoons today, what would you spend them on? That question alone exposes why you feel empty by evening. You're not doing nothing. You're spending spoons on things that don't look like effort because they're mental. 5. Why coffee helps, then crashes you. Now, let's talk about the chemistry behind your I can't keep my eyes open days without making it complicated. Your brain builds up a tiredness signal during the day. One key player is something called adenosine. The more it builds up, the sleepier you feel. Coffee doesn't remove tiredness. It mostly blocks the signal, temporarily. So you feel awake until the caffeine wears off. Then the tiredness you postponed hits you all at once. And that's why so many people crash in the afternoon. Stress adds another layer. When you're stressed, the body releases cortisol. Short-term, it helps you function. Long-term, it keeps your system in alert mode, and your energy becomes unstable. That's how people end up in a weird loop. Exhausted, but wired. Tired, but unable to rest deeply. 6. One practical tool. The coffee nap. Here's a technique that helps some people. A coffee nap. Drink a coffee around lunch. Make it your last coffee of the day. Then take a short nap, 15 to 20 minutes. A short nap can reduce the tiredness signal. And as you wake up, caffeine starts working. It's a double boost. It's not always easy to do, but if you can, even occasionally, it can save your afternoon. 7. Your rhythm matters more than motivation. Most people have a natural energy curve, higher in the morning, a dip in early afternoon, and a small rise later. But not everyone is the same. Some people are morning types. Some are night owls. The goal isn't forcing yourself into the perfect schedule. The goal is learning your rhythm and placing important work where your brain naturally performs better. Because fighting your biology every day is exhausting. 8. The framework, P.E.A.C.E. Now let's go back to the 5 questions, because they lead to a simple formula. P.E.A.C.E.P. Physical activity. Even when you feel tired, light movement is one of the best long-term energy builders. A consistent 20 to 30-minute walk most days is a strong baseline. E. Enough sleep and better sleep quality. Not only duration, quality. Stable sleep time, less screen time before bed, darker, cooler room. Small changes here have huge returns. A. Arrange your time, time management. Protect focus time, take breaks. Reduce decision overload. Less chaos equals less mental fatigue. C. Circadian rhythm. Know your chronotype. Do your most important work when your energy naturally peaks. Stop judging yourself for not being productive at someone else's best hours. E. Eating, hydration, and caffeine. Balanced meals, enough water, and mindful caffeine timing. If caffeine harms your sleep, it steals tomorrow's energy. And the reason this works is because it's not one magic trick. It's a system. Move more, sleep improves. Sleep improves, stress drops. Stress drops, focus improves. Better focus, less chaos, less chaos, less exhaustion. Closing, so yes, fatigue is a side effect of modern life. But it isn't a character flaw, it isn't laziness, it's often a signal. Listen to it. Adjust gently. Small changes, done consistently, create big shifts over time. And if your fatigue is constant, unexplained, or worsening, please take it seriously and get professional medical guidance. Take care of yourself. Wishing you peaceful rest and more energetic days.